both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Dallas Cowboys. This will make it into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. This is Jonathan Taylor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll fire it deep for Reagor. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
Back to throw, Tannehill. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. Cowboys have taken the early lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Makes the score Cowboys 7. Washington,
now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. As soon as he caught that toss and looked upfield, you could tell they had a big numbers advantage blocking-wise.
They certainly did, which means oftentimes your safety will be unblocked. That means he's got to play it from what they call inside out. Don't let the running back cut back across your face. Keep him pinned to the sideline and go make the tackle.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the 31-yard line.
And now with the time of the play clock almost up, Ron Rivera's going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 12. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
First down.
A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Jeff Okudah up from his cornerback spot to make the play.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Taylor. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Cowboys 7, Washington nothing.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
And the Washington.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and that'll make it third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough task here, though, 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike.
A 12-yard gain. It's now 4th down.
They turn to Taylor on 4th. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
First down, Washington.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the Cowboys' 33.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Second and 11 now. Now Taylor. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
The line of scrimmage.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Washington on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man, it's Reagor. He's got it. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Going with Moss on the ground. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
Touchdown.
Cam Newton. His first touchdown of the new season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys! Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Cowboys 14, Washington 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 13. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the ground, it's Chubb. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
24 is the mark. You ain't doing nothing.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
Point is good.
Santos with the extra point. And it's now 21-7.
Washington.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Their own 16-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Check right 27, check right 27. Ready? Switch, switch. Make the 60, make the 60.
This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They'll try again with Chubb. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Check 31, check 31.
They'll look to run with Singletary. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
It's our time. It's our time. 70 Lions.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Tackles, tackles. Rig alert, rig alert. Check Mike 27. Here we go, here we go.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Carrier. Terrell Burgess on the tackle. A gain of 4 yards.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 25 yards that time.
It's a gain of 25 yards. 1st down, Washington.
Check Mike 27. Here we go, here we go. Mike 27, Mike 27.
On play action, they'll throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Cowboys.
Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is. And this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game. So you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
Made at the 25-yard line. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously cost them.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
On the play.
Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
First down, Washington.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Lamar Miller on the carry.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
A third down now, and those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He's going to keep this again. That's out to the left and complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Mike 27. Mike 27.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
Ball carrier.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's second and 2.
Brings up second and 2.
Back to throw. Flowers. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Check right. 52.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Williams.
He did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
2-yard line.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Let's go, D.
Looking to throw. Flowers. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
Brings up 4th and goal.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down.
52. Let's go one more. 18, right here. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Check. No.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back.
Play is a turnover on down.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on down's the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Alert 3. Switch.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
Cowboys, first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now, Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Chubb. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Tannehill. He's going to look deep for Perriman. That's caught inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Flowers. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
The second down pass, intercepted.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. He'll buy some time right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will great job that much easier when they're